Hello, everybody. I am Austin, and welcome to the AVSpeaksMusic podcast. Today is March 29th. And yeah, we have another guest today. Before I get to him, though, I want to apologize for not having a podcast up last week because I was so unnecessarily busy, but it's okay. We're back this week. We got a guest. We have my good friend, Joe.
It's lit.
He's got this awesome YouTube channel called Casually Different. I'll link that in the description for you guys to go check that out.
Got it.
I was actually on his channel like a month or two ago.
True. Wow, that was a long time ago.
I know. It feels like it was a long time ago. But I'll link that video in the description too. I think I talked about it on a podcast, but I don't remember. But yeah, he's here. We're going to talk about some of his favorite albums of all time, potentially.
Yeah,
but first, like every week, we're going to start talking about what we've been listening to this past week. So, Joe, you're the guest.
I am the guest.
What have you been listening to this past week?
So, I mean, this past week I've been listening to a lot of, like, 2005, like, pop punk and, like, post-hardcore.
Nice.
Straight from Hot Topic. So, like, but I've mostly been on, like, a Paramore kick lately. You know, you can't go wrong with any of their albums, basically.
I had a Paramore kick last month, so I totally get what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, like, because when you listen to it, it's just, like, phenomenal music, and you just feel like an annoyed teenager. Mm-hmm. And it's really great. Like, I don't mind that.
I feel like, yeah, every one of their albums is super solid, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a favorite album by Paramore?
Yes. I'm going to say Riot, probably.
Classic.
Yeah, it's the most angsty, you know. That's hard. Okay, no, because Brand New Eyes.
Oh, yeah. That's
well,
super
okay.
good.
So my thing is, like, Riot is good if you just want to, like, I don't know, if you just want to, like, cause some trouble and, like, feel like you're 15. But, like, I feel like Brand New Eyes is really, I don't want to say profound, because I don't feel like it's profound, but, like, it centers around, like, the destruction of friendships, and, like, it feels deeper than
well, yeah, I mean,
Riot,
that at that point, that their band was going through a lot of breakups, wasn't it? Yeah, so
yeah,
it makes sense.
Was, yeah. So,
yeah, I would probably say Brand New Eyes, or I really like their self-titled album a lot.
Okay.
Gotcha. That was actually, I knew Riot, and then I took, like, a break from Paramore.
Yeah.
And then the self-titled albums, I'm just like, yeah, Paramore. And
then
went back and just listened to all their stuff. I'm like,
definitely.
Yeah, great band.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I mean, they're one of those bands. I feel like, honestly, they're going to be one of those bands we look back on and defines our generation, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And they got to be coming out. I think they're in the studio right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Super pumped for that.
Freaking Paramore.
That'll be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
And actually, oddly enough, too, on top of Paramore, I've been listening to a lot of Keaton Henson lately. He's like an indie solo artist. He's like the saddest man alive.
I am the saddest man alive.
If you're going to check out one song by him, you need to check out You Don't Know How Lucky You Are. And it's this beautiful song about, like, how it's like a letter to this guy and this girl, but, like, he's writing to his girlfriend's new lover, essentially.
Okay.
And it's, like, really tugs at your heartstrings, and I don't know, it's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So this past week, I pretty much listened to only one band. Well, two bands. At the beginning of the week, I was listening to this band called Thank You Scientist.
Okay, yeah.
This super weird...
You've mentioned them to me before.
Super weird progressive rock / jazz fusion band.
Right.
They're like, I don't know why they intrigue me so much, but, like, they have some really nice riffs, and I'm a sucker for a good riff.
Yeah.
But I think what drew me in is the first time I listened to them and I just heard the trumpet. Like, this is a rock song and they're using the trumpet and the saxophone.
Something totally out of the blue.
Yeah, and and his voice is just so, like, soothing on top. So just take the soothing voice, heavy riffs, trumpet, saxophone, and you just got, like, I really like them a lot.
Definitely.
Very, very, very good stuff to put on the background, even though it's, like, also super technical.
That's super interesting.
Yeah, they're really good. But then I've been listening to a band called From Indian Lakes.
Okay, I've heard of them actually.
Oh my gosh. So they came out with an album last year.
Yeah.
Called Everything Feels Better Now. And I just found it through Spotify, and it's just this super chill indie album. I'm just like, this is really nice. And then I went back to it like a week ago, and I'm like, I'm gonna check out their other stuff. All their albums sound completely different, and they're all completely beautiful.
Interesting.
Their first 2 albums are more post-hardcore.
Okay.
And then as it goes on, it goes to more like an indie alternative route.
Weird.
And then it goes to like soft indie, but like they're all
dude.
And his lyrics are super poetic and like just so they're emotional, and you can feel the emotion through the music.
Right.
So I literally have just been listening to them.
That sounds beautiful.
The past.
I need to go check them out.
You need to go check them out. Like I've literally only been listening to them.
The description reminds me of Thrice.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Oh.
Yeah, no, they're really good. And then I was like doing do you know Audio Tree Live?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so they had 2 sets on Audio Tree Live like a couple of years ago. They did one in 2013, and at the end of it, they're like, if you're in the Chicago area, you can go check them out, the House of Blues. They're touring with Anne Berlin right now. I'm just like, they're touring with Anne Berlin. Oh, that's cool. That makes sense why I like them. 2014. Well, if you're in the Chicago area, you can go check them out, the House of Blues. They're touring with Reliant K right now. What? I'm just like... Dude. Why have I never heard this band before? They tour with literally every single one of my favorite bands ever. So it was destiny.
That's beautiful.
Pretty much.
Wow.
So yeah, go check out From Indian Lakes because they're fantastic.
Oh, that sounds great.
They're great. So I did the same thing with Joe that I did with our last guest, Mikey. I told him to go pick 3 of his favorite albums, and I went and listened to them, and we're just going to chat about them, what we liked. What he obviously these are 3 of his favorite albums. What he likes, what he loves,
right?
And we're just gonna sit down and chat, chitty chat.
Freaking do it.
So just give me one of them albums.
Yeah, all right. So we can start with "Tell All Your Friends" by Taking Back Sunday.
What a classic!
Oh, what a freaking classic! Honestly, like if you are into pop punk at all, or you feel like maybe you would like pop punk. Like, this is literally the album you need to be listening to. Like, screw Blink-182, you know? Like, not that I don't like them a lot, too, I do, but, like, I don't know. I feel like Taking Back Sunday is one of those underrated bands that do not get enough credit for the pop-punk music that we have today.
Well, especially the early stuff that they put out.
Oh, my gosh,
It's, like, literally, like, iconic.
Right, exactly. Like, Cute Without the E cut from the freaking Team.
Mm-hmm.
What? I don't know. I remember like hearing that for the first time. I actually remember watching the music video for that growing up.
Okay, nice.
And I was like, what the heck? And then like I forgot about it until middle school, and I heard it again. I was like, yeah, welcome to my life.
Welcome back.
I mean, but we're not talking about Simple Plan though, so I can't say that. But it's fine.
Yeah. I think this is actually the first time I listened to the whole album straight through.
Yeah.
And, like, going through it, there were songs that came up like, oh, yeah, I've totally heard this song. This song is such a classic. Yeah. The first song that played, it sound like the very beginning of the first, I don't remember the first song.
Yeah. Shoot. Is
I don't have it in
the
front of
bike
me.
scene? I think it's the bike scene.
Whatever... The first song, it sounded a little dated to me. I'm like, nah, this is going to be one of those albums. It's just super dated.
You know how I do, that's how it's called. Sorry.
Okay. The rest of the album sounds like it could have came out yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Like, the album is not dated whatsoever. It's just, like, pop punk at its finest.
Exactly. Yeah, I think one of my favorite things about it, too, is, like, they're not afraid to kind of explore different types of music within that too, because like obviously this is quintessential pop punk, but like they have a song on there, Timberwolves at New Jersey, that's like super post-hardcore, and like you listen to it, it's like, all right, you get into it, but like the way they like do back and forth vocals and like screams and stuff, like I feel like we don't see a lot of that happening until like 3 years after this album came. And,
Yeah.
you know, I just feel like, I don't know, it's quintessential pop punk, but also you can't deny the fact that it has influence on, like, post-hardcore genres as well.
Yeah. And this album came out in 2002, right?
Yeah, 2002, yeah. Or maybe 2003.
Either way, it doesn't sound like it came out
right
then. Like, I hear, like, you listen to, like, a Blink album from around that time, you're like,
yeah,
that's definitely
that's
an early
so
2000s,
early 2000s
album.
yeah.
This album, you're just like, this could have came out, like, yesterday.
Exactly, yeah.
So I really appreciate it for that fact.
Right.
I also think this album does the whole, like, gang vocals and, like, the layered vocal, like, thing to, like, perfection.
Definitely.
Before it was cliche.
Oh,
probably.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah, no, because I feel like they were, like, I mean, obviously I don't, like, want to say they're, like, the innovators. I don't know. Maybe they're not. But in my opinion, like, I haven't heard a band do it in such a way before where, like, they're singing one melody, and then another, and then another, and then someone's, like, talking in the background.
Yeah, and then you got, like, yelly screams, like, right over the... Yeah.
And then, like, 3 layers of guitar, and then the bass is doing something cool, but the drum is just consistently just fast.
Oh, yeah, no,
you know?
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a super solid album.
Yeah, it's so good.
And I'm just, like, I'm glad that you made me go listen to this thing, like, straight through.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, super good.
Yeah.
Are they still around?
They are still around. I think so. They're going on tour right now.
Okay.
They're going on tour this summer with Every Time I Die, which is like a metal album or metal band from Buffalo, which is really interesting that they're.
Oh, they're from Buffalo?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know that.
they'll be in Buffalo like in August. Yeah, no. So they're still making music. I think their last album came out maybe a year or two ago. I haven't really kept up with them as much like late. They had put out an album maybe like 2013, 2014 called Happiness Is.
Yeah.
And I listened to that and I think that's phenomenal. But after that I didn't really keep up with Taking Back Sunday too much. So
yeah, okay, got it.
But I think they came out with another album after that. They're touring and I would hope they're writing more music.
Yeah, right.
You know. I just think they're one of those bands that like I feel like the assumption that some people make is that they're like a 1 or 2 hit wonder because everyone knows Cute Without the E. Everyone knows Make Damn Sure.
Yep.
But they don't understand like the depth of what they can do. And I don't know. I feel like if you're like a casual listener, you could get the impression that they only had a few good songs. But every one of their albums, even like they have one album, New Again, that not a lot of Taking Back Sundays fans like, but even that is incredible. So I don't know. Yeah, they're a solid group.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
No, they're awesome. I could talk for days about Taking Back Sunday. But yeah, tell all your friends. Literally, tell all your friends about Tell All Your Friends.
Tell all your friends about Tell All Your Friends.
Tell all your friends you've got your gun to my head. Austin's trying to shoot me.
I'm not.
Right? No, he's not. That's a lie.
That was 100% a lie.
Yeah,
but you know,
it's fine.
it's okay. So going from there.
Yeah. You want to talk about the next album or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on to the.
Yeah. So the next album I want to talk about is New Medicines by Dead Poetic. Such a good album.
I literally just listened to this maybe 2 hours ago.
It's so
and
good.
I want to go back and listen to it again.
Yeah.
I don't know how this band's we'll talk about. I know how this band slipped through the cracks for me, but I'm very upset that it happened because this is such a good album.
It's so good. Okay. I have this habit of finding bands, falling in love with them, only to find out that they broke up 10 years ago.
Right?
Ticks me off.
I feel like this is going to happen for me once I go back and listen to it.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. They came out with 3 albums.
Yep.
That's it, and nothing more, nothing less. But yeah, New Medicines, this album was one of those that I just listened to, and I'm just like, whoa. The fact that they're not famous irks me. Because every song lyrically is incredible for one. They don't... There's not a single song where I'm like, oh, I wish they wouldn't have said something like that.
Yeah.
And they have songs that would appeal to, more fans like hardcore and metal, but there's also a few songs on there that appeal to people who just want to listen, like Anne Berlin and bands like that.
Yeah, there's a few like more alternative leading songs on there. Yeah,
exactly. I don't know. And it's like vaguely Christian too, so it's like
right?
that's like another layer that's like super interesting.
It's like, how do I piece this together?
Right.
I just...
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man. There's a song in particular on there called "Glass in the Trees" that I love so much. I did some research on Dead Poetic, and that song is about one of the band members' friends died in a car accident.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just talking about like the loss of a loved one, and trying to understand what life means from there. Like, does God exist? Does my faith mean anything? But they make the most beautiful line is like in the chorus. There's glass in the trees. Frick, I forgot it. But like, basically, like glass in the trees referring to like the car windows. Yeah. Trying to forget you. I can't remember the exact word. I'm like suck at like just saying lyrics, but it's just like a beautiful picture of like the tragedy of that incident, but at the same time just like interesting way of putting things. I don't know. Yeah. It's a beautiful album.
Yeah, no, I need to go back and just listen to it again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like stylistically, that's like 100% what I've been listening to lately. And then just the lyrical content is just on point as well.
Oh, yeah.
So just like, it's really, I did, while I was listening to it, I went like, okay, what's this band doing now?
Right.
Oh, they literally aren't doing anything.
Right.
They
The lead
haven't
singer's
done
a graphic
anything for
designer.
like, yeah, they literally haven't done anything for like almost 10 years now. Rip.
Which is really disappointing because the last album they did, they had a feature from the guy from freaking Deftones.
Oh,
Deftones. Yeah, they had a
okay.
feature from the guy from Deftones.
Nice.
And so I'm like, how did they go from Deftones to nothing?
To nothing,
like,
right?
They toured with them, and like Deftones are huge.
Yeah, they toured
So, like,
with. They looked like they toured with some pretty big bands.
Yeah, and like they were signed under Tooth and Nail.
Yeah.
And like they came out during that like I don't know, post-hardcore explosion from the Tooth and Nail scene.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's that like their music was too edgy, or if I'm just trying to think of reasons as to why they never like got famous.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just irks me because like Anne Berlin was super successful, Emery was super successful.
Yep.
And I already mentioned Anne Berlin, but but Anne Berlin, like Demon Hunter, like bands like
Demon
that.
Hunter,
and like they carried over to like the newer generation, which is like Solid State Records.
Yes.
But like, I'm a little sad that Dead Poetic isn't like doing much today, because New Medicines is one of my all-time favorite albums, one of the best albums I've heard, just in general. So.
Yeah, I find it very interesting, just like, because it seemed like they were on the brink of like blowing up and finally like getting big, and then it was just like, I'm gonna go do this. I guess we're done.
Yeah.
Like their guitarist went and played for the Almost.
Yeah.
They're just like, we're done. I'm just gonna go play for this other band. Whatever.
Right.
Just like
the Almost blows up.
Okay, and then and then the Almost got big, and it's just like, this could have been you guys.
Right. Exactly.
I find it really funny because like they kept trying, at least from what I read, they kept trying to make it seem like they were alive.
Right.
Like, no, guys, we're gonna come out with an album. Like, just wait, it's coming. Yeah. And then like it just doesn't show up.
No, it doesn't. So
maybe one day.
I don't want to get my hopes up.
Hey,
no,
you never know. 20-year anniversary.
I think Dead Poetic's done forever, which
Dead Poetic's
super sad. And it's poetic. Very freaking poetic.
But go back, and I really just want to go back and listen to all their albums now.
Honestly, no, you should. Their first album is like it's very dark.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, like there's still like Christian elements to it, but like it's just overall like a darker album about just being depressed and dismal, and they talk about just sitting in your pain. But unlike bands like Flyleaf, that album didn't really give much of like a light at the end of the tunnel. It just
like
kind of,
it just is like, nope, it's dark, it's done.
right,
yeah.
exactly. But in that though, I think there's something beautiful to be said about that. And then New Medicines comes, and then so I like to see it as a spectrum, because like their first album was like super dark. Their last album was more like radio rocky.
Okay.
But their second album, New Medicines, which I think is their best, is like a mixture of the two.
Okay.
Where they have dark elements, like there's a song called Van is Empty, which talks, like, it's about suicide and like just the reality of that. And then talking about like someone's best friend dying in a car accident, and then you know, just all these like, and then like the opening song is just completely attacking someone they can't stand.
Yeah.
And whether that's like a record label or whoever they're talking about. But like the sound of it is not as dark and dismal all the time.
Yes.
And then their last album is just like radio rock. I think I already said that.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, anyway, New Medicines is incredible.
Yeah.
My favorite.
It reminded me of old school Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Yes, yeah. Good comparison.
Yeah.
Another band that I wish had blown, because there were...
No, they blew up.
Well, for like...
Come on.
For like a year.
That first album, everybody's like, the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus!
I know. Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, though...
They still play Face Down on the radio. They
Yeah.
still play that song.
I know. But, okay, I saw them on a list of, like, one-hit wonder pop-punk bands that made me mad, because they're not even pop-punk.
They're not even pop.
Like, don't freaking sing that. Get out of here. Yeah.
They came out with a album in 2014 called 4.
Yes,
That's a
that
good
was
album.
really good.
That's a good album.
Dude, they put out, around Christmas time one year, they put out all their albums for free download. And I downloaded them all.
Where was
I
I?
have no idea.
What the heck?
I know, no.
Oh, that makes me
upset.
upset.
It was such a good... It was clutch. It was very... But although, for, what is that one album called, Face Down? Is it In Fate's Hands, or... I don't remember what it's called.
I just looked at it today.
Shoot.
I don't remember.
Anyway, yeah, that album with Face Down on it.
The first one.
The
Yeah,
first
the first
one.
one.
They had a song initially on the album called Damn Regret, and, like, it's a little edgy for, like, a band who now plays Christian festivals. So, like, the only thing with the free download stuff, they cut that song.
They regretted making that song.
They did.
And then...
Beaver Dams.
Of course. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about. Sorry. But, yeah, I don't know. What a good band.
Yeah. Both those bands.
Yeah. I almost put Red Jumpsuit Apparatus on my list.
Oh, really?
I came very close, but chose not to.
Yeah, good band.
Yeah, good band.
Nice. Final third album?
Final third album. On Frail Wings of Vanity and Wax by Alisana. Alisana was my first concert.
Oh, really?
They were, I want to say I was 14 years old.
Okay.
14 or 15, I know, I might have been 15. It was October 18th, 2012.
Nice.
It was the 16th because their album came out the 18th.
Nice.
Dude, oh my gosh. Alisana, man. I don't know how much you know about Alisana.
I literally know pretty much next to nothing.
Okay. So, the thing with On Frail Wings of Vanity and Wax, this album came out in like 2005, 2006, like right when like angsty post-hardcore was like getting big recognitions, like bands like Bless the Fall, Escape the Fate.
Yeah.
Alexis on Fire was like still doing their thing, and like you just had like a bunch of bands that were like getting big at the same time. And then you have Alisana. And the thing that separates Alisana from all those other bands is that Alisana are nerds. They don't talk about relationships or like their life sucking. And at first listen, it can sound that way. But all the songs on Frail Wings of Vanity and Wax have to do with Greek mythology.
Oh my gosh.
So Icarus is the first song Night engulfs the dying light as he falls in frail wings of vanity and wax. So that's talking about
Wow.
Icarus flying towards the sun and then burning down.
Oh my gosh.
Ambrosia, I can't remember which Greek myth that is, but like the first line is a touch of poison seals my fate, and talks about one of the myths where somebody was poisoned at some time or other. I'm not a scholar on Greek mythology, by any means, but if you look at some of the songs in depth, you can tell that it's like it's not what it might seem.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest, when I listened through it, it's like, this is angsty metalcore scene music.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not into this anymore. So
right,
I'm just like...
Right. Right. No, I get that.
But, like, that's so interesting that
yeah. Like, it's so... I'm trying to think... Like, Third Temptation of Paris, like, talks about... I think that's the story of the Trojan horse.
Oh my God. I need to go back and just listen to this again.
You do.
So I can get all this.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, and, like, just... If you just Google, like, Alisana on Frail Wings, like, Greek mythology, you can find, like,
all of it.
Oh,
my goodness.
And, like, it makes me feel better about listening to some of the songs, too. Because, like, there's a few songs on here that are, like, pretty dark. So, like, the last three letters, Tilting the Hourglass, Congratulations, I Hate You, those, like, three of, like, some just really dark songs. Because, like, the last three letters on the surface sounds like a suicide note.
Oh, wow.
Tilting the hourglass on the surf, like the chorus is, emptiness has darkened my eyes as I hopelessly beg for my life to end. And you listen to that at first, and I'm like, what? Like, this is like super.
What is
super
going
deep.
on?
And then Congratulations, I Hate You. The first words they say is, no one ever says life was fair. No, I'm not saying that it should be, but knowing that you are what you want to be and I'm not comes as no surprise. But don't expect me to be happy for you. Don't smile at me and tell me things will work out for me too. I don't want your pity. And it's like, whoa, all right, 15-year-old girl.
Calm down.
Yeah, exactly, like, relax. But, like, when you understand, like, that those are all coming from mythology and like they're not trying to put out like dark, depressing messages.
It just adds just another layer to it.
It does, exactly.
Are all their albums like that?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, not like Greek mythology, but like their second album, Where Myth Fades to Legend. That's all about the Brothers Grimm tales.
Oh.
And so there's one song in particular. I want to say. I'm blanking on the name right now, but there's one song in particular that's one of the stories about a man who meets this woman, they fall in love, but he finds out that his significant other's family are cannibals, and so they like end up like killing him, and it's like this really insane thing. And so yeah, there's lots of Brothers Grimm tales. Also. Edgar Allan Poe references on that one too, as well as on Frail Wings. Like they love Edgar Allan Poe.
Dang.
So like on top of both of those albums, they like use his work as well as inspiration. And then after that, they have what they call the Emptiness trilogy. So they put out a string of albums. The Emptiness. There was A Place Where the Sun is Silent, and then. Their latest one, I'm blanking on the name of that, but basically the Emptiness follows a story of this girl named Abigail, and like I can't think, I like the music for the music at the end of the day, but it just kind of follows her life, and then the next album that comes after that is a prequel to the Emptiness. And then the final album that they release in that trilogy is like a sequel to The Emptiness.
You see, I really like that.
Yeah.
I love like concept albums like that.
Yeah, definitely. And they put out like novels with them too. So like when you get the album, you can read the story while you're looking at the lyrics.
The depth.
It's
the depth
so
of this
amazing.
band.
I know.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. I don't find trash bands to listen to. I know what I'm talking about.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So they're definitely one of the most.
And that was the first show you went to?
Yeah, that was the first show I went to.
Did you know them before going to the show?
Yes, I did.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. Because my friends, I didn't get into like that kind of music until high school. My friends were like, "You should listen to Asking Alexandria." I'm like,
Oh.
"All right, yeah, throwback." And so I did. And then like they were into like super heavy bands, but I found Alisana and I felt like it was perfect because I needed something that was like angsty, but not too heavy,
But not too bad, yeah.
Exactly. And Alisana was that perfect middle ground. And then I found out they were nerdier than I could ever imagine being.
Nice.
So that was like a nice like connecting piece for me.
New genre nerd metal.
Honestly, yeah, they're so good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go because like when I listen through, I'm just like, I'm not really into this anymore.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just like, I'm probably not gonna listen to this again. But now I think I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go check that out.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Definitely.
Well, yeah. There we go. Those are the 3 albums. Go check those out if they sound interesting to you.
Do it.
Thank you, Joe, for doing this.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun.
Of course.
Yeah, I will. Like I said, I'll link to Joe's YouTube channel.
Do it.
A lot of funny stuff over there. Is there anywhere where people can go, maybe see what you're like listening to or anything like that?
I'm not on that. You keep linking us to a site.
Symbol, man.
I know.
It's so good. I'm telling you.
I need to use it. I'm on Spotify.
Yeah.
So you can just search Joe Minor and find me.
Yeah, I'll probably link that in the description. You can go check that out.
I have so many playlists, so just check it out.
True.
I make new ones like every other day. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, go check out the Symbol app.
Yeah.
It's literally Instagram, but for music.
I need to get that.
So do it right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so while he's doing that, yeah. I'll also link my last.fm down there. You can check what I'm listening to in real time. Also, I'll link my Spotify playlist that I've been making, and hopefully I won't screw up and there'll be another podcast out next week. Hopefully I won't miss another week. Like, that's the big thing. Like, my New Year's resolution was to make do the podcast and do one every week.
Right.
So far I've missed 2 weeks.
It happens.
But I'm still going.
Hey, dude.
It's still going.
I respect that.
We're trying. I'm trying, all right? We're gonna keep going. Exactly. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Joe, for being here.
Thank you, Austin.
I have no idea what we'll talk about next week, but when next week gets here, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we will.
All right, I'll catch you guys later.
Peace out. Yay.